Well, hello. Michael here. Hopefully you enjoy me seeing putting the puzzle together. Oftentimes, our circumstances in life have a tendency to reflect certain things. As for me, my life kind of represented a lot of Cinderella in a lot of ways. I remember having a stream, it was a long time ago, where basically to get to the Cinderella room, the only way to get there was through the bathroom. And, through the bathroom is where you get cleaned up. Another verse that kind of relates to this a lot, for me anyways, was found in Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verses 5 and 6. I'm just going to read them here. Maybe not exactly get the correct terms correctly, but hey, here we go. Starting at 5. I am black, but comely. O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Look not upon me because I am black, because the sun has looked upon me. My mother's children were angry with me. They made me keepers of the vineyard, but my own vineyard have I not kept. And later on in the Songs of Solomon, you see that her vineyard is actually kept by Solomon. And what I'm trying to relate to this is a lot of ways. Was just as she was basically forced to do labor, and the reason why she was black was because the sun was always beating on her, indicating that she was overworked a lot. For me, part of that was just, I'm not going to go into all the details there, but basically in so doing and taking care of everybody else, my own personal space, or garden, if you want to put it that way, just was not being taken care of. And in so doing so, I look like a nobody, if you want to put it that way. Just a nobody. So, as I'm going on, and the Lord starts kind of taking me out of the places that I'm living, and into a new city, a new region. And in a lot of ways, the Lord's kind of taken me out of the place I was. And in a sense, it was kind of like a place of bondage, but it was also a wilderness experience for me that lasted quite a few years. And all this, I would say, it was training. And I think a lot of times, I would put it this way, a relative of mine just once says, I don't know how you turned out so good. And just referring to my character, because I had a good character. Most people that had been through, I'm not saying I've been through terrible stuff, or maybe I have, and I just never really realized it. Because I remember the Lord kind of showing me as I was under stress. And I was under so much stress, and it just become a normal thing for me to be under stress, to the point where I had no clue I was under stress. It was only when I was getting close to leaving the place I was at, underneath my parents' house, that He kind of revealed that you were under stress. And we don't always understand why we're doing what we're into, or how I say it, we've been subjected to. Because that's sometimes all we know. So as we progress in the Lord, He has a way of taking us out of situations as we listen to Him. And the Lord was kind of revealing something to me, is oftentimes when people fall, they have somebody to rely upon. And he was just kind of saying to me, is like, you had no one to rely upon. I relied upon the Lord. And oftentimes, people have circumstances that happen, or they're just emotionally drained or whatever. And yeah, I was thinking about that. It's like I never really had someone I thought I could really turn to and lean upon. And for me, it was always the Lord that I kind of turned to lean upon. He was the only one I knew to lean upon. So I think sometimes we do have a lot of people, and I'm not saying it's bad to lean upon people at all, but sometimes there are people out there that's the only person that they can rely upon and lean upon is the Lord. And how did I turn out better than what my circumstances dictated I should have been like? Just leaning upon the Lord. Alright, enjoy.
I think there's times in my life where I've avoided crying. Like, I was like, I don't want to cry anymore. I'm sick of crying. I'm done crying. But what that does when I don't engage with what's going on with me is it allows my heart to become a little bit hard, and you don't hear the Lord as well, okay? Because your heart is a little bit hard. And if you do this over and over again, your heart becomes really hard, okay? And so we have to just cry. It's okay to feel your emotions. You just can't